Rage on that beat, going crazy.
It's not a game, it's a rage thing.
YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your favorite uncle. It's your favorite cousin. It's your favorite brother, Drizzy Dre, the Hood Conservative, and we are live. Shout out to all those that are in the live with us today for another wonderful episode of Blunt Tizout, dog.
Yeah, we got one for you tonight.
Much love.
Tonight.
Gary, am I allowed to smoke weed on my own live?
Oh, just turn the camera off. That's all. Please.
You lucky I love you, Negro.
I love you too. That's why I'm doing the same stuff. Every time my camera go off, there's a reason for it. I'm gonna follow suit.
Listen, shout out to everybody that's in the live with your boy Hoodie and Gary for another episode of Blunt Talk. Gary, what is the topic for tonight?
All right, so we have a video that goes viral, and it's this young lady telling other women how to get a high value male. And what she had to say pissed so many women off. I mean, they did not like what she had to say. And it's interesting, man, because was she lying? I mean, was she lying? This is what I don't understand. Like, why are you so bent out of shape for someone telling you how to get the ring?
She wasn't lying, G.
No, she wasn't.
Listen, it's gonna be a great live, a great conversation to have. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat. Much love to everybody that's at the Hood Conservative channel and the Gary Lamb channel. Much love to everybody. Make sure you are hitting that like button.
Please hit the like button.
No, she isn't wrong. But see, before we get into this, G, I actually wanted to play what Kevin Samuels defined as a high value man, because I think too many people just find it as being something that has to do with economics. And Kevin Samuels laid out several things that you need to have in order to be a high
value male,
to be considered that. And I think that a lot of people have ignored that. We focus on money, which is one part of it, but there's several other things that made sense, which I think will ultimately, kind of goes against what the red pill community is talking about, but more or less what this woman is actually talking about. Mm-hmm. So I want to get into there first. Let me get your thoughts.
All right,
I'll play it.
No sound. No sound.
My video, my channel, my platform, primarily because some of the facts about being a high value man. Welcome back to those who don't know. My name is Kevin Samuels. I'm a professional men's image consultant and life coach. And let's be honest, most of you are drawn to my video, my channel, my platform, primarily because of this thing, high value man, high value man, high value man. It's been everywhere. And I wanted to let you guys understand some other stuff that maybe doesn't get a chance to get covered in the videos or in the shows, and kind of clear up some of this thing about what it means to be a high value man. Now, in other videos, I will talk about things like morals and principles and integrity and those kind of things. But for the most part, those things are implied in some of the things or steps that comes along with attaining a certain status. But one of the biggest misconceptions about being high value is that, one, it's not attainable. That that you can't be, born in the mud and do anything. And that cannot be further from the truth. You know, when I think about high value men, I don't think about athletes and entertainers, and I don't think about people who were born into money. And
Ugh,
I wanted to point that
ugh,
out real quick, Gary,
ugh.
because see,
Major bombs.
that's why I say too many cats in the red pill community actually have this confused, and they need to go back and rewatch the content that he made specifically for
For
men.
men. There you
For
go.
men. He's not talking about athletes and entertainers, and he's going to tell you why.
I break it down into something called fact. The facts about being high value. First off, truly high value men are failures.
Mm.
They're failures. They failed often and they failed in spectacular ways. We're talking about
Stop
divorce, bankruptcy, repossession.
Video.
You know,
He said a high value male fails a lot. You know, there was a clip that I just saw not too long ago, and the guy was literally saying something to that effect. Let me see if I can bring it up, because he was literally saying, I don't trust a winner until I see them fall or see some real opposition, right?
Boom.
Because it's when they get that real challenge.
Boom.
How do they respond to that real challenge? Let's say they do fall on their ass. Let's say they lose the Super Bowl. What happens when they hit real resistance? Somebody that's just as good, if not better than you. What happens when you fall on your ass? Do you get back up? You know what I'm saying? Do you stay down? Yo, he's hitting on levels.
I'll play it.
You know, maybe flunked out of school, you know, multiple businesses that have gone upside down. You name it, these people have failed, and they failed in big ways because they've tried a lot of things. So I find it interesting that so many people are confused about high value men having issues or failures in their past. I mean, give you a case in point. If you know any truly successful men, or you know anybody who's really good at doing something, they don't trust people who had it the easy way.
Mm.
Oh
Because
God!
they probably
What?
don't have a lot.
What?
Mm.
What? Yo, that dude ain't lying.
Mm.
Oh my God! Like, I don't trust you to handle. You can't handle pressure. I don't believe you can. You've had it too easy your entire life. How can you handle pressure? How do you deal with bruh? Talk slow.
I'll play it.
Yo,
I'm gonna play it.
this
A
man
lot
was
of
hot.
respect for what it really takes to get there too. They didn't make it their own way. So
Oh man, I gotta see the
good
chat.
news.
What are they
If you
saying
will
in the
have the
chat?
guts, the courage to try things, you're going to fail. You're going to miss the game-winning shot. You're gonna miss the game-winning field goal. And the thing is, can you get back up and continue to press forward? So, in order to be high value, you have to fail. Next thing I talk about is the A. You have to be willing to take action. This is one thing that separates the guys who will be high value from the guys who will talk about it.
Mhm.
The ability to get stuff done. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But there are people who will sit back and read books on walking, read books on running, sit around and have round tables, you know, research. They got all the best numbers, and all it takes is one really simple person to just say left foot, right foot, left foot,
Come on,
right
Kev.
foot, and by accident they'll get further than people who have all the best knowledge but refuse to take action. And the C, change.
Mhm.
This is the one that trips people up the most, right along with failure, because people will say, so and so can't be a high value man. I remember when I knew them back in the day,
Oh, that crap,
or
yeah.
back on the block, or back in the trailer park, or back in the hood, or back when they was somebody, and they weren't nobody then, and now all of a sudden they reinvented themselves, and now they're see, what they don't understand is, if you're not changing, you're wasting time. Every
Right.
5 years, human beings should have something different. And I am always leery of people who want to just keep it real and be the same all the way through.
Yes.
They're getting consistency mixed up with changing and evolving. Change requires application. Change requires failure and try to do something better. I mean, here's the thing. Look at football. Look at this is why people use sports all the time. Smash Mouth football was a thing in the 60s.
Dre, damn.
But they
Go ahead.
This man is smacking, bro.
I'm just setting the base for
I mean,
do
you hear what he is saying though?
I hear him.
Like me and you've had mad conversations about our failures and how hard it was to fall on our ass and try to figure out how the hell we gonna get up and still save face. Because in this world, you can't walk around pouting with your head down and kicking rocks with your hand in your damn pockets, saying "Woe is me." They don't respect that. You gotta keep it pushing, and even though everybody know you fell on your ass, you gotta act like nothing happened.
Listen, let me ask you something. How many men do you think really embody that?
What he's talking about?
Yeah.
Like the high value male?
Yeah. And mind you, he
Not
ain't
many.
even done yet. You see what I'm saying?
Not many.
He's not even done yet.
I would say not many, and here's why I would say not many. Because most men, they find a track and they keep on it, even though they hate it. They'll stay there because it's safety there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to take the risk to try anything else. They'll hate their job for years. They'll complain about it, but then they'll keep saying, but I love my job. No, you love the income. You do not love your job. You're secure with the income. Just like he said, you mistaken consistency with being upgrading, and you're not doing that, especially when I see it like this. I would say so many more men will achieve their potential if they just let shit go. If they just let the stuff go. They say, you know what? I'm gonna let this stuff go because even though this is a lot of stuff and I worked hard for it, it doesn't please me anymore. I'm miserable. I don't like what I'm doing, and I want to do something different. I've always wanted to take up this particular craft. I always wanted to take up. Me and you was just talking about this earlier today about welding, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about going ahead and doing that because that's a beautiful job. That's a great career. I love crafting. Why not? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm sure I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. I might even botch up a whole project and lose the account and all kinds of stuff. That's possible. It's possible. But does that mean I'm going to let go and stop? No, I'm going to keep on moving. I've never been a quitter, Dre, so I know I'm going to win. This is not the first time I fell on my ass. This is not the first time. It's like the 40th time that I fell on my ass trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? But I'm getting better every single time. And I think that what he's saying, he just gave me life right there, man. He gave me life.
He ain't done yet.
Ugh, that
don't
man
play
gave
Smash
me life.
Football today. It's a different kind. Basketball has changed. You must change. You must fail, take action, and change. But the last part is time. You got to do it over time. And that's the difference, because many people want stuff so immediate. They want it right now. They are not willing to put in the time. They don't have the tenacity to put in the time. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes persistence. And these kind of things are what separates guys who are truly high value from guys who may know the same things, may know a lot of the same things. They may be able to talk it, but they cannot produce the outcome.
I'm going to ask you to pause it right there. Now, I did a video about 2 years back, and I was in my car, right? And I was going to the gym, and I'm sitting here listening to a whole lot of women complaining about these dudes keep running around, talking to Kevin Samuel stuff, right? That's why they call them Kevin Samuelites. You know what I'm saying? They actually call them that shit. So I'm sitting here like listening to them, and Dre, you and I both go at each other head to head. You know what I mean? You'll point out my weaknesses in a second. And I'm like, I don't like when you do it. I can't stand it, but you do it. And I appreciate it because, you know what I mean? You're making me a better man. You're making me stronger. But I know dudes, if I even try to point at their insecurities, they're ready to puff up and fight. And I know damn well you ain't no high value male. You feel me? Like I don't give a damn about your car. I know how you got that. I gave mine up because I realized it was too much work to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
What I see with a lot of men is they enjoy the appearance of high value.
Yes, they do. They want to.
So
Yes, there you go.
What they assume the fruits of the labor are for what is a high value.
Anybody can buy a suit. Anybody can buy a nice car. Anybody can buy a nice house. That don't mean nothing.
There you go.
That means you got a lot of debt. That's what it mean to me.
Right. You know, what have you done over a time? What does your true consistency show? How are you able to adapt? How do your peers view you? And these things are what Kevin Samuels was talking about when we get into a high value man. And that's why I wanted to take it, you know, away from just talking about money, because so many people, you know, like they view the situation with the high value man being money. And yes, money is a part of it because you have to be able to get things done. So you are going to need resources, but there are factors that also means include, you know, which means money is included, you know, so how your peer group, your network group is made up, you know, how you treat other people, how you're viewed in your community, all of these things matter when it comes to being high value. And I think that that's where a lot of men, they tend to break things down. And, you know, consistency is a very difficult thing to do, man. Listen, consistency is not easy, man.
No, it's not. And I don't think people understand how hard it is to stay consistent, especially when you have a lot of wants, right? Like Dre, how many times you falter because you had something you needed to buy? You knew you shouldn't have bought it, but you needed to buy it because you needed to feel something. You've been working so hard, and you bought that thing 3 months later, you now back in debt, and you're trying to figure out how that happened. All you did was buy one thing that led to another, that led to another, that led to another, and before you knew it, you back in debt. You're like, damn, I was consistent. What the hell? Now I got to work 2 years to get this debt off. And it's like that happens. So yes, you have to be consistent. You have to understand the animal you are. You have to understand what a dopamine high does to you. You get addicted to the dopamine high, feeling good, looking good, smelling good. You get addicted to that because it attracts people too. It attracts attention. You know what I mean? You go get those nice kicks, they shiny. People looking at your sneakers. Yo, nice sneakers, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, few months later, you need to take a run, but you know you broke now, and you gotta take a run, and you don't want to run in your new sneakers, but that's what they was built for, right? To run in, but you try not to run into them because you don't want to destroy them, and all that start happening. What do? You go buy another pair of sneakers because you do not want to destroy the other pair. Next thing you know, you back in debt, all because of appearance.
Listen, it's an absolute fact. It's the truth. But this is why I said I wanted to start the conversation off with getting into a definition of what it means. So, like, too many times, you know, men say a woman needs to submit, and they're not what Kevin is talking about. So, you know, like you if you're not building yourself into that, then you're in a situation where you and your woman need to come together and make decisions together in the household. You're not in a situation where you pay all the bills.
Exactly.
Where your peer group is connected, where you're respected in your community. You're not that guy. You don't bring that stature to your family.
No. And you know what? Put up the Gets comment. Most people don't have high value characters, so how can they expect to find a high value spouse when they're cheap, made in China with zero character?
Preach.
You are empty, sir. You have nothing to offer but money, and anybody You have any idea how powerful the woman's body is? She can always get money. Every man out there that's thinking that you can, well, I got money, they can always get money. That's entry level for them. That's
Yes.
entry level. Okay, you just start. You are starting at rock bottom with $70,000. You're starting at rock bottom.
Yeah.
Everything else that comes along with the man is what keeps the woman, right? You don't have any character, she gonna use you for your money, because she know you full of ish. Women play this game way better than us.
Listen, but
Way
see,
better.
this is why I say that the passport bros aren't really winning, in my opinion. So, like, when we start getting into the passport bros, like, that's not winning, because you're still going over there dealing with women who want to use your money, and they're after your money solely.
Right.
You know, this idea that, they're after me with love, man. I've been watching these brothers. Like, I'm not seeing nothing that's worth getting a passport for.
Neither do I. But see, here's the thing, Dre. We don't have
Haven't
problems getting
seen it.
women. But we don't have a problem getting women. The very women that they got over there, we can get right here. We have no problem getting women. Listen, I don't have a problem with modern day women because I understand modern day women. I get them. I have a modern day woman. I know exactly how she thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you. I 100% understand that. That's why I don't step on her toes, and she don't step on mine, because she understands me as well.
Right.
Listen, my wife ain't with me because I'm a joke. You think that woman would be with a joke? You know what I'm saying? That's just not happening. So I understand. So you and me would never have a problem getting women in this country. They, on the other hand, have no idea how to do it, because they've learned most of their stuff from the internet. This is not tried and tested. They just assume it works. They ain't out there really busting their knuckles up trying to get these. They ain't doing that. What they're doing is trying to have sex.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to do. They ain't
Yes.
trying to get no woman. They want to have sex.
Yes.
You leading with sex, expecting to get gold. Get the hell out of here. How you gonna lead? How can I got you leading with sex? Yeah, that ain't going nowhere.
I'm telling you. Now, you want to give a breakdown of the video, G?
No, just play it. Play it. Let's go.
Now, tell me what you do for a living.
Oh, I love my husband.
And how did you get that awesome
Pause.
job?
Pause.
In a viral TikTok.
What do you do for a living? I love my husband. Let's go way back to Eddie Murphy. Fill out a W-2. My husband. That's your job. That is your job. Period. Love your husband. That is your job. And women getting mad about that.
That's what I was actually just about to say. I don't understand why women would be upset. Like, what's the point in being mad about that?
I don't understand it. Like, what's the problem with loving your husband? That's your job. What you mean that's your job? Yeah, that's my job. I ain't nobody's, but you go to work every day. I don't get that mentality. You go to work to do what you're told every day for a paycheck. You go down to that freaking office every month and give them all the information they want so you can get your check. The man that's willing to die for you, though, can't even get a meal. I don't understand that logic.
Listen. It don't make sense. I'm gonna play it.
Play it.
TikTok causing quite the reaction online. A woman named Allie says that she works full-time as a housewife and found what she calls a high-value man by becoming a better human and being more submissive and feminine. Video was posted by her friend Pearl Davis, who goes by Just Pearly Things online, and now has over 1 million views. Allie also has a TikTok account where she goes by Real Femme Sapien, where she answers questions and concerns over her life as a housewife.
women will bully the woman who is the secretary that married the doctor, okay? But who has the last laugh? Like her in her McMansion with her husband who's hot and the baby.
In the video, Ali
Did you hear that, chat? Did you hear that? Put a one in the chat if you heard that. Because I heard it.
She said women will get mad at a secretary who marries her doctor and has babies. She said you'll get mad at her.
But she won.
She getting the last laugh.
She
And
got
her
what you
McMansion.
said you wanted.
She got the McMansion. Right. She got what you said you wanted.
She got what she wanted. I don't, oh my God. Look, I am convinced that women only want a man to make a lot of money so they could quit their job. I'm convinced on that. It may not happen right away, but sooner or later, she's betting on coming home.
Yes.
It could be 5, 10, 15 years later, but one day, she wants to retire.
It might be she betting on only spending your money.
Oh man, I don't want to think that way.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll prefer the other, I'll prefer my version than yours, because come on.
Listen, hold on. Women ain't really looking to be sitting at home. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
No, I'm not saying about sitting back home. What I'm saying is they want the option. That's what I'm saying. When they want to get tired of this crap, they want to say, I'm done, I'm coming home.
Oh, yeah. And
that's what I'm saying.
But see, they also want to be able to have a career. They also want to be able
They want it all.
They want to climb the corporate ladder. They also want you to pay all the bills while they're able to keep their money.
Yep.
That's I mean, like, it's sad but true.
Yep.
It's delusional in so many ways.
It's very delusional.
I'll play it.
Says that the job is similar to any other job, as you have to be submissive to your boss, similar to how she is submissive to her husband. In order to find these men.
She doesn't see. Listen, women don't like that term though.
What, submission?
Two things: submissive to your boss. You know what I mean? Like saying husband is boss is a problem to women. You know what I mean? Like that's
I would like to know why though. Like
that's
okay,
the problem.
So it's a problem, but why? Why is it a problem? Like is it something like is it something that is it something that they fear men are going to do with that? You know what I'm saying? Because at least when you are at work, you have HR to keep your boss legal, right? Be fair. So you have HR there. But at home, you don't have that. It's a different ball game. But you want to bring that relationship, that type of relationship, into a marriage. It don't work. It just don't work. I'm not about to. No, it won't work for me. Like all that is a business relationship. And if that's all it is, then I don't want to pay none of your stuff. Pay your own shit.
Listen,
live on your own house. You know, like I don't.
Shout out to the Get. She said, tag, my hubs and I have 3 babies, and I have been the happiest I have ever been as a wife and mama. I did the total opposite of my mom, and she is very alone and miserably unhappy.
Yeah. I hate to hear that, though. I don't want to hear that. I don't like that. That's not something I'm excited about. You know, this is one of the reasons why we're doing this, right? Let people women, wake the hell up, man. This life don't end well for either one of us. Not just you. It don't end well for us either. You know, next thing you know, you freaking, in a hotel room with a escort, and heart explode. It's over.
Kev, over. Hey, listen, but see, like, listen, that's why I say for the women who was laughing at Kev, I'm like, listen, Kev didn't give a damn. Like, Kev was living his life.
No, he didn't care.
He was living his life the way he wanted.
He tried all that marriage stuff. I'm pretty sure he didn't want it no more.
I was gonna say if Kev wanted to truly be alone, man, like he would, like if he wanted to be with somebody, he would be with somebody. Like, to me, with Kev, I don't see how that was an issue. So
No,
I
it
mean,
was
you
never
know,
an issue.
like, you
Never
know,
an issue.
that's why I look at the women, like, you know, women don't they don't view sex in a transactional way. I mean, they were looking at Kevin as being lonely.
But
You
he
know,
wasn't lonely.
exactly.
He had millions and millions of followers. He had by the time he got, you have any idea of his Rolodex? If I can get my hand on his Rolodex, because if he got business, in order for a man to have those type of business connections, he makes my business connections look like fools. No disrespect to my connections. What I'm saying is, at that level, you think that man was having any problem with getting attention and getting love and respect and appreciation? Hell no. Y'all watched him for 2 years straight. Every time he came alive, y'all was there. He had no problem with getting attention. He could have easily had any woman he wanted before, during, and after his show. That brother wasn't hurting for nobody. All I'm saying is, for me, he lost the game. That's for me.
Listen. You know, he probably got a hold of, you know, some escort, a little bit of cocaine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I
Allegedly,
think that's what happened.
Some Red Bulls. Probably doing, you know, a little too much on the Andrew Gillum side of things. And you know, like, you know, his joint went a little, you know what I mean, went a little hamburger. It is what it is. But you know, like, I look at those that, you know, was happy that the man, you know, croaked. I'm like y'all, listen. If you're that bitter, you're just a sad person, and like, you believe in women having their own right to choose, but you get mad at women for having, you know, this idea that they can, you know, stay at home and be a housewife. But you got a new trend on Twitter, which is a stay at home girlfriend.
Are you serious?
That's a trend, man. On Twitter, stay at home girlfriends, man. And
well, is it trending? Is it trending for the actual fact that it's happening?
It's happening. You got women making videos about how they're stay-at-home girlfriends, not stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home girlfriends. And you got
I saw that this girl was on live, and she was just going live telling people about her day.
Yes. I got
and
up
she's home all day and looking, you know, just chilling and enjoy. And I'm like, well, I ain't mad at her. That's what she's supposed to do.
There's a lot of people that are mad at women for being stay-at-home girlfriends. Look, I'm looking at it right now, you know, on YouTube. And you got people, stay-at-home girlfriend TikToks are sad, but you're like, these people are the same people that tell you that women have a choice.
Yeah.
But when they choose to want to stay at home and submit to their men, they don't like them having that choice. And that's the problem that they got with this woman. They don't want you to choose submission.
And here's the reason why. This is what I think. Okay. Those girls are cheating. We want it all. We want to be able to do what we want. And then they have to come and take us after we are tired and done and ready to settle down. They got to wait for us. But those girls are cheating because they're just saying, I'm just going to go and get the man first. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, well, what do you mean? Because now you're stuck, right? You can't work a high power. You can't work your job and expect to get a good man when this stay-at-home girlfriend already got him.
Listen,
you're giving the man what he wants.
You want to know? You want to know what the true problem is? The women that are doing this are bad. They're bad bitches, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, G. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Oh God.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you.
Day of my life as a stay-at-home girlfriend. I first did my.
That's the girl I was talking about.
Then I did some ice rolling.
There's several of these people.
Journaling, and I made the bed. Then Luke and I got out and picked up some celery juice, and then went to his favorite latte place. Then we came home and I made myself a matcha latte and checked some emails, replies to some texts. Then I went for a walk to my Pilates studio, some veggies.
Get the
to snack
Pilates
on,
in, baby.
and then I heated up some
Pause the
soup
clip.
for Lou.
Ladies, this you can't compete with this, okay?
You can't compete with that.
You cannot compete with that. You lose.
Luke
Game over.
Luke is keeping her at home, man.
Game over. That's what a high value man wants. Game over. I want my money to buy a submissive woman. Game over. That's what they want. And if you cannot give them that, stay home. Stay home.
Listen.
They ain't giving that woman up.
Listen, you paying for Pilates cash for you to use it, mother. You know what I'm saying?
She's making the bed. They eating stuff. Eventually, they're gonna have some kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This is. I told you they was going. I told you the next generation was going to correct the damn train. Didn't I tell you that?
I was just about to say that, man. I was just about to say that. Is that it seems like feminism is something, and I really don't mean to get political, man, but it's imploding in on itself. Like I said,
it's destroying itself.
Listen, leftists don't like this trend of stay-at-home girlfriends. Because listen,
they do not.
The fact that women would choose that is the problem. They don't like that. But when you have traditional relationships, this just goes to show you men and women tend to be happier in their relationships.
Yes.
Listen, she chilling at the crib and ain't even married.
No, she's not. And my question is, what's wrong with this picture? Why is this so wrong? Why do you have to have so much control, women? Why? You got the marriage contract, you got the kids, you got the ability to do whatever you want while the kid is in your womb, yet you still want more. What else do you want? We ain't giving you all that. Sorry. You asking for too much.
This is stay-at-home girlfriends, man.
You are asking, this woman is saying, I'm a stay-at-home girlfriend, meaning I know he ain't trying to marry me. It's too much risk.
Gary, look, she's not the only one. I'm going to keep showing these, man. She's not the only one, man. And you're going to see a trend with these.
The pendulum swings back hard. Absolutely, King Refuge. This is a counterculture now. Yep, this is the counterculture.
And it's time for my skincare routine. William has made it clear that I've started to age, so I roll my skin with every stone.
Pause the damn clip. Wait a minute.
You heard that. You heard what she just said. I didn't know she was going to say that. This is why they hate, listen. They hate feminine women.
It's over. Game over. Game over. Set match done. You lose, ma'am. You lose. You do not compete with that.
William has made it clear that I am.
Oh my God.
William has made it clear that I am aging. And she get in the goddamn bathroom. It's a beautiful bathroom, though. I just want to say, that's how Hoodie trying to get his redone.
Dre,
listen, I'm telling you. This is on TikTok. This is swinging the pendulum back.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
My God, Dre.
Feminists aren't going to be able to outrun this. Why? Because you're going to have young women who start to look at this and say, you know what? Are you telling me really if I'm more feminine, if I take care of myself, I take care of my body, I can get, with a guy and, you know what I mean? Like, this can be the life. See, what they're selling is what feminism sold, which is lifestyle.
Yeah.
And see what feminism doesn't like to compete with the at-home mother lifestyle because they know
Because
that
they can't.
exactly. But
They
now
can't.
you got a culture on TikTok who are
That's
now
even worse than the marriage lifestyle.
There you go.
Listen, you was able to at least compete with sex. You can't even compete with sex with the new one. Ain't nobody messing this up. And even if they did want to have sex, it wouldn't be with you at all. You have literally, the feminists have literally priced themselves out of the market. Did you see Pearly Things live when she had that panel?
Listen.
With Sydney?
Yes.
You saw that? Listen, there was a couple of attractive women up there. I will never touch them. Ever.
Gary, I'm going to read some of these comments to you.
Oh God, let's read the comments.
Listen, they was dragging it. I can't breathe heavily because William does not like it and would leave me for a younger woman. William said to not open the fridge because it gives me wrinkles and would leave me for a younger woman. William doesn't like how I breathe, so I just stopped doing that.
Okay, that was a good one.
Listen,
that was a good one though.
Listen, this is.
But women. This is pure hate. This is shade to the finest. They are shade right now. They are salty, because they ain't got no life. They literally sitting there typing away. A woman that's about her grind don't even know this video is up. Real talk.
Gary, I'm telling you.
Real talk. You are salty.
Listen, I'm gonna show you a sister. I'm gonna show you a sister. Look, it's not over, man. That's why I said, look, it's black women too. It's black women too. It's not just gonna be white women. Perks. Lifestyle is being sold here. Lifestyle is being sold. See, what's happening now is that but see, here's the thing though. I don't know if this is a positive though, because that lifestyle that you're seeing, the scuba outfits, the drinking at the resorts, that's not always going to be your lifestyle. Now,
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm totally against hers by just default. Actually, unfortunately, I have to say, I'm against that one by default because she's stunting.
They all stunting.
Yeah, but she's stunting hard.
She's stunting. They all stunting. They're showing it's lifestyle, G. Listen,
stunting.
I got another one.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. At first, it was great, right? It was like, oh my God, that's wonderful. But now that I see she's doing it and how she's doing it, I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up, let's bring that back.
But I ain't gonna lie, it made me pull it back too.
Yeah, I pulled back. I'm like, let me think about that, because that right there changed the game, right? Because at least the woman was talking about her boyfriend and what he asked for and blah 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 blah. I got to do this, blah, 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 blah. So she was about him. These girls are about them. They ain't about the man they dealing with.
I just want to say they all seem to be 120 pounds or less.
Which ones?
All of them? All the stay-at-home girlfriends.
Well, they better keep their weight intact.
They seem to be meeting a certain dynamic.
I think so. Spoiler alert.
In my early 40s. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you got it.
I'm in my early 40s and dating doesn't even interest me anymore. I'm like, what do you want and when is the real you going to show up? 6 months at max is the golden rule. Listen,
yes.
Listen, absolutely. Shout out the spoiler alert.
Yes.
Shout out the spoiler alert, man.
Yo, I've sat here and talked to my boy so many damn times. Eventually, I'm gonna get my boy Kyle back up here. He outliving life though. But once I get him back up here, he gonna tell you his story. His story is ridiculous, man. It's the same old thing every single time. The real come out when it comes out, and it's always the same thing. Where is this going? Where is this going? Where is this going? Where is this going? And it's like it ain't going nowhere. It just leave it the hell alone. It's a major problem in the dating realm because somebody is playing the other guy, the other person. Now I do think we are playing both each other, right? Which is childish as hell. You know, I know what you really want, and I'm fine with that. Just make the shit plain so we can get over that hump. But you want to play this stupid game and pretend that I'm stupid, so I'm gonna pretend that I'm stupid and let you think that I'm stupid. While I get whatever I want out of you. Cause I'll play you for you. Cause once I know what you really want, I can play you all day. Oh, that's what you want. Okay. That's exactly what I'm gonna give you. Let's see what you do with it. Let's see. I'm in the school of Patrice O'Neal. Let's see what you do, what you say you wanted. Let's see what you do with it.
Femme sapien.
No volume. No volume. No volume.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
They didn't hear the back blown out.
No.
People use their account to discuss being housewives, which seems to attract a wide variety of followers. While some women maintain that it's not the 1950s and women do not have to be reliant on men, others are interested in being housewives or stay-at-home moms.
I get my back blown out regularly. I am fully paid for survival. I have my own autonomy. I also do my own work. So, like, I just don't see what's wrong with my situation, but they can ask themselves why they're single if they want.
And according to a study, millennials surprisingly have more traditional perceptions when it comes to the role of the woman in a modern society. When surveyed, 32% of millennials said that the man should be the breadwinner in the house, while the woman should stay at home. In the 1990s, this number was 27%. Some have wondered if the interest in being a housewife has reemerged, specifically in millennial women. Another study shows that, quote, the share of mothers who do not work outside the home rose to 29% in 2012, up from a modern era low of 23% in 1999. On TikTok, the hashtag housewife has over 1 billion views, with a lot of the users being surprisingly young. Videos like Day in the Life of a 22-year-old housewife are incredibly common as people document their life as stay-at-home wives and why they enjoy it. Although some picture it to be oppressive, picturing a 1950s era marriage, some find it empowering and relaxing, especially if they're not being forced to do so. One person commented, funny, the same women on here bashing her want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. Another
Right. You want too much. And it's not worth it.
You want a traditional man, but you don't want to be a traditional woman.
Bingo. And you're not going to have, listen, let me tell you something. You're not going to have these men, they're not going to carry on the same burden that their fathers and grandfathers carried. They're not going to do that. Okay. All right. There's far too much information going around. See, let me tell you something. A lot of people say that MGTOW is more of a hate group and stuff like that. No, it's not. It's an answer to feminism.
Yeah.
You create your own, you create your opposing side. All right. If you do something really good, there's going to be somebody that's going to try to stop you from doing it. It's just what it is. Because you're going to pick at somebody's insecurities and they're going to want to stop you. Right now, feminists are extremely insecure because they realize they've lost the game. They can't win this game. It's over for them. No matter what debates you do, no matter how many you've had, you will always wind up going back to the same question. Are you going to change or die alone. That's your choice.
And listen, the only thing I think they want in a traditional man is for you to make more money than them. Like,
That's it.
I don't think, as far as you being a traditional man, they actually want you to be that. To be honest with you.
No, they just want you to do the traditional stuff. Take care of them.
Yeah, that's it. But
That's it. Take care of them.
As far as leading the household and all.
No, you don't get to do that.
No, they don't.
You don't get
want
to do
you
that.
to have that. They don't.
You get to take care of me and leave me to do whatever the hell I want. That's
Right.
not how it works.
Right.
Sorry. Why are you afraid of a strong woman? Because you ain't strong, sweetheart. You ain't strong. You have no idea what strong is. You don't know what strong is. You think money is power. You still to this day think money's power.
Jimmy James said, I was living the MGTOW lifestyle long before I heard of it. Listen, look, here's the reality of where it ends. Nobody want to be alone.
Nobody.
See, when Jimmy James' ass gets sick, the boat and the cars ain't gonna help your ass out that hospital. And nurses don't give a damn about you.
No, they don't.
Listen, I look at it, man, with my dad catching sepsis, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at it with my dad catching sepsis. My father-in-law is much like Jimmy James, man. Got everything in his life together, got everything he could possibly want, but when it comes to actually being happy, yeah, you can be happy with a little bit of things, but when things start to go awry in life, and they do, you tend to need somebody to have that support for you. And men do need that. And it always sounds good until you see how it plays out in the end.
Yes, sounds great.
Your things are not there for you. My mother was there for my father in the hospital every single day when his ass was a babbling fool while the damn sepsis was tearing up his mind.
Oh man,
my mother was there. And then, listen, when it was, oh, well, we got to, either put him, he can't go home unless somebody with him, like my mother was there. It would have been that, or, like, what I mean? My boy Jimmy James would have been headed to the nursing home.
Yes. Yes. Yo, put up spoiler alerts comment. Just being straight up and working on each other is the fun of growing with someone that you supposedly love. Should be easy, but it's the game instead. You be straight up. This is for better or for worse. That doesn't mean it has to be worse. It means work on your damn relationship. Make it better. Make it better. Like, you gotta work. Baby, what do you not like? I don't like when you do this. Okay, I'm going to do my best not to do that.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with that? Why is that so hard?
Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
You think Kevin Samuels would still be living if he was a married man?
I don't think Kevin Samuels would have became a Kevin Samuels if he was still married, man.
Ooh, he was already Kevin Samuels.
No. You don't mean he would have never. I don't think he would ever.
He wouldn't have been arguing with women online.
He wouldn't have been arguing with women. He'd be too busy trying to keep his together.
Because I'll say, man, listen, like, look, even in Kevin's situation, like, men who tend to be married, they live longer than men who not.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know why, but love tend to keep you in. But that's why I say I look at it with two separate fathers. My father and my father-in-law. And there's lessons to learn from both. But if you're asking me what would I want in the end for myself, I would take the route of my father. I'd rather be married 40 years. He's a happier individual. He's more settled in his life. And when it counts, your wife is there. See, like, listen, I get what the red pill say, and they do all this clamoring, oh, she took my child, away and my kids and ran away with the child support and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, like a majority of the relationships stay together. So even if you go by the numbers, like I think it's 50%, like you're looking at 50-50. Like, bro, you'd rather be on the other side of being with someone.
Yeah.
You're more likely to enjoy your life and to have more fulfillment in your life sharing it with somebody.
Yes,
building
you will.
that family. That's why, like, listen, I love, my MGTOW cats, man. Shout out to them, but it's going a little too far. Shout out to the red.
It went too far. It went too far 10 years ago.
Listen,
what I'm saying? Like it's been far enough, but you can't get you.
Let me ask you.
You're going to keep. What's
Let me
up?
ask you a question. Pearl has said something, and I had wanted to ask you about it because it was about what women should get in a divorce. And she said that Jeff Bezos' wife shouldn't have got all that money because Jeff Bezos is the breadwinner. And I was, I looked at it and I was like, in her youth, you got stupidity, you know what I mean? And you can see her lack of wisdom because I would say this. By the numbers, most businesses don't make it.
Yeah.
When she was carrying in books from the goddamn car for Jeff Bezos to sell them out the damn garage, when she was dropping off books to FedEx, when she was running the kids around while Jeff was able to make things happen, what value and percentage do you then put on that? See, that would have been my question to Pearl is, how much is that job worth?
Well, maybe she's looking at it at a different way. I don't know. Because
I think she is. And this is what I'll say. I think she's looking at it from the sense of a man who has made his money prior and is already that man prior.
Yeah.
To her, to the woman coming in. Now that I understand because
I can understand that wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Right. You were already that guy. But if you're looking at Jeff Bezos' wife in this situation, there was no guarantee that he was going to be shit.
Right.
There was no guarantee that the book she was carrying was going to turn into him.
She still loved him. Like, that's the thing.
She still supported you. So, like,
she still supported him, right?
You owe for that. Like, that's why she walk away with half. Like, you don't get to walk away with the bread because you're now done and you're a different person in your life and you're done in the relationship and you want to date the hottest news anchor in Mexico. Like, I get it, bro. You're in a.
She got $25.9 billion.
Yes. Give her bread.
What?
Give her bread. Give her bread.
That's a lot of money.
That's like you carrying books for Jeff, and then he go big and he don't pay you. Like what is it? What is it worth? What is it worth?
You go. Wait a minute, but now you look at what you now take this for example. You look at what Jeff Bezos did, right, for his wife. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you think about what Steve Harvey did to his ex-wife.
Come on.
His ex-wife still feel like she was shafted.
She was. He did his best to not give her a damn dime.
That is the difference.
Look, now think about it. This woman is helping you.
Yes.
She's taking care of your children while you're out on the road. You're nowhere near around.
Yes.
You send money home. Like I said, and you can't say Jeff Bezos' wife wasn't bringing in books from the car.
No, you can't.
Didn't have to deal with the conversations when the bread was low. Coming to Jeff like, well, I might have to borrow it from my parents or something.
Right.
Those the conversations that people don't want to talk about. And they forget
people never talk about those. Well, see, that's the thing. Most people don't even know what that's like. There's so many single things. Being single took over being married. So a lot of people don't know what that struggle's like. As soon as struggle hit, you got so many women. They say, "I'm not about to do that struggle, love. If you ain't got no bread, I'm out."
My wife been with me since 18, 19. I make it rich now. You know, say your boy Hoodie become, you know, CEO of some company. Do you think that all of that time, all of that energy that she put into me, building me up, helping me get dressed on these interviews, helping me navigate the job, me coming home and using her as a sounding board for the people pissing me off? You know what I mean? Relying on her emotionally when I'm not strong, when I want to be pissed off, when I'm having a squabble with a coworker and she's telling me to keep my head cool. You got to play the game a little different. You know, is she entitled to just walk away with nothing? With nothing? We want to say we value women in their youth and their purity. So we take that and then we can walk away with it. We can walk away from it after we've used it and not pay anything. Not pay nothing. That it shocked me.
And this is why I look at people like Steve, right? And it burns me up because you make it harder for men who wouldn't do such things. You was chasing fame for a reason. We found out what that reason was. That's the problem. That's the hard part about being with one of those type of guys, right? And I don't want women to go through that shit. I'm not trying to sit here and say I don't understand women. I get them. I understand where they're coming from and why they're so restricted on a lot of things. Because that kind of stuff can happen, but that stuff tend to happen with those type of dudes.
It does.
Gotta be. I want to be a superstar. I need to be seen. I need to, you know, those type of dudes that need fame. What do you need fame for? What are you looking for fame for? There's a lot of ways to get money.
You end up in a situation like Derek Jackson.
There you go. You finally got the fame. It goes to your head. Next thing you know, you want to do your thing. You upgrade yourself. Now you got Margie, and the other girl is pissed the fuck off. And why wouldn't she be?
See,
apologize for the F-bomb, but
that's not a value to me, in my opinion. That's not a valuable man. Now, and even Kevin Samuels talked about
how can you be valuable when you are willing to give up the one thing that got you where you are? You're not valuable at all. You are a snake. You stole this woman's youth. You stole her freaking essence, bro. You stole it. She was giving you that for the future. She was investing in your fool ass.
This is why you got to get married. This is why I would say that the reason why you get married is you can't just walk away from relationships. There has to be a consequence here. And I'm talking specifically, you know, about men that make that choice. You know, not listen. I understand it with women who decide to make that choice, but I'm speaking specifically to the men, and this is why. Like, look, I'm a father with 2 daughters. I'm not trying to hear common law nothing. common you law, marrying
her or else.
Common law, and like, listen here. Here's the other thing you get, and this is where the passport bros, and you know, we'll play that clip too with the African chick, and they kind of go into it. But this is where the passport bros, when they go over to Africa, they kind of get things messed up because they find out that no, you can't just come over here and just indulge yourself in the everyday women. And that being with these women means being a part of the family, and being a part of the family might include you paying some type of dowry.
There you go.
With that family for culture. So we're getting back into money again.
And all that was a commitment. You were making a commitment.
At the end of the day, if you can't
That's all you're
compete
doing.
here,
It's a commitment. You're not just trying to steal her youth and her essence and walk away.
there you
And if you did, and
go.
if you do, you lose half of everything.
There you go.
That's where it came from.
There you go. If you're gonna build, if you're building from zero, you have to pay. I'm not
Yes.
talking about people that have money and they bring somebody in a relationship. This is what nuptial agreements are for. You get yourself a prenup, you get in that situation, you get it rocked out.
Yep.
But see, what they talking about is a whole separate other situation.
Yeah.
See, they're looking at it as I can use this woman, build myself, become better, and then just walk away from the situation.
Yo, I'm telling you, there's a lot of dudes out there that do that exact thing. They get with a woman that's not that cute and whatever, what have you, and they'll rock with that woman until they get their upgrade.
And
They'll
look,
rock with it.
That's why I'll say too, like, listen, look, you got a lot of men that's cheering for, old girl, on the Pearly Things vid that's talking about being a stay-at-home mom. But if you're gonna do that, you need to be a man that's going to protect that. It shouldn't be when you come up.
Oh God,
you're
you
ready
can't be
to
no
go.
punk. You can't be
You
a
got
punk.
you got to you got to protect that. It can't be that she give you her youth, and when she get old and the ass sagging and the jaws are sagging, now you ready to go.
Yeah.
It can't be that way. And I think that's where men, like, if we're gonna want traditional women, we need to be traditional men in our actions, in our thought process. That's
But see, I don't even know if I would want that whole lifestyle though. When you think about it, like I'm bringing it full circle to the stay-at-home girlfriends, right? Because the guy that she's dealing with, it seems weird. It just seems fake to me. Like, I guess I can understand it because he just wants to rent her and have her when he wants her. He's not really interested in all the extra stuff. Probably just need a girlfriend when he wants to, do whatever. And I can get all that. But for me, man, but then again, I'm a whole different breed. You know what I'm saying? I came from nothing. So I just don't see myself wanting. I don't want to control a woman like that. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to control a woman like that.
I don't think that they're controlling a woman. You have a woman who is making a choice, and I think that's
yeah. But to say you're getting old though, like to say you're getting old, fix it.
I think well, if you read the comments, I think that was more of a satire. To make, I think that the woman was making a joke.
Oh, you think she was making a joke?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that, as I went further through the comments,
it started. Okay, you know what? You got to put that could possibly be what it is.
Yeah.
So those women down there are with her.
Yeah,
you're not against her.
No. Like they listen, dude. I don't think that the feminist movement likes the idea of stay-at-home girlfriends. Period.
No, of course they don't. No,
because they don't like stay-at-home wives, and they know that a stay-at-home girlfriend turns into that. Like,
yes, it does.
That's basically what it's going to become. And that idea of submission to a man, to them, is giving up independence.
Yeah. But what do you think? Okay, so how do you think about how it's going to affect the boss bees? You think it's going to affect them anyway?
I think that the boss bees are living the life that Kevin Samuels said they would live, which leaves them alone. Because the type of men that they want aren't looking for them. And that's, like the type of men that they want are looking for the stay-at-home girlfriend type.
Yeah.
If you're a boss bee, you're not trying to be making the bed and fixing, mocha chocolato or, whatever, what I mean? Like you're not that type of person. You're not, you probably work out and take care of your body and things like that, but you're not really trying to be at home. You're trying to further your career where, girl, that wasn't what she was doing. She was in service to her boyfriend, to her man. And you know, boss bees don't like that word.
The blonde one seemed fake. Now, see, this is the thing. I think they all seem fake, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like they all seem fake. They all seem like, you know, they're just, they might like him. They ain't in no love. It don't seem like that to me.
I think they do. Listen, I think that they are enjoying the lifestyle that they want.
Yeah, they're in love with the lifestyle, but see, okay, so a lot of women are talking about the side of the woman being submissive, right? What about the side of the man, right?
What's that?
Think about it. So he's buying her time, right? He's buying her youth. What happens if he goes broke?
Well, listen, if you're asking me, I think she leaves.
Right. So my thing is, there is another side to that equation that nobody wants to talk about. That if he ever messes up, that woman gone. She ain't about to struggle with him. That woman gone.
Yeah, because she came on your program, and
because of who you said you were.
Your program provided a certain lifestyle.
Right.
She didn't build the program with you. So she doesn't have that reference and vantage point.
Nope.
She came on your program with your program already running.
And who says that she's built to struggle anyway? Obviously she's not. She's a Barbie doll. She's not built to struggle.
She's not. That's not
she ain't about to go through no stress.
And that's why she's not there. That's why she has the boyfriend she has. That's why she chooses the mate that she chooses, because she is choosing someone that can give her the lifestyle in which she wants.
There you go.
But she's also willing to provide,
to play the game.
So, you know, like, which is she keep the body tizite. Ain't no slipping up. She's not out. She's at the crib. She's not out pursuing a career in that way, where she needs to be at work for 40 plus hours a week. She's not trying to, you know, climb anyone's corporate ladder. She doesn't have to. She doesn't rely upon that. She relies upon her man.
Yes.
To make
now,
her money.
Now, let me ask you this question. How do you feel now? Right now. Let's just go to the future for a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say hood conservative, Drizzy Dre, grab everything he's ever wanted. He finally has it in his hand. Everything you wanted is in your hand. It's there. You got your mansion. You got your rolls. You got your money. Yo, your business is kicking. You got stores. You got restaurants across the freaking country. You balling. Do you upgrade your wife?
No. It's gonna cost
not even a little bit. It's not even a little bit.
No. Well, I mean, you got to understand, as those things change, she's along for that ride. So I mean, like, of course, naturally, she's gonna change those things herself. You won't have to do that. Like, you're gonna be making more bread, so you know she's gonna be looking to dress better. She's gonna want things that upgrade her own look, because you're able to afford to be afforded.
No. I'm not talking about that. I know she's going to be able to do that. That comes with the money, right? I'm talking about you're not going to take as much stuff as you used to take. Are you going to be more of a like, oh, you need to lose some weight, oh, you need to clean up your face, and you got to do all this other stuff? Are you going to do that to her?
No.
Why not?
We built it together. This not me. This not me doing it. This is us building it together. So like, naturally, as a leader, as I move, you're gonna move. So, you know, if we both shopping out the same Amazon cart and you see me changing my style up and upgrading things, naturally it would
your wife do that same thing to you too?
It's just how it naturally works.
She always trying to match, like, we match. I'm like,
they want to listen. They want to shop. They want to shop for you anyway. They want to buy the shirts for you anyway. They're naturally gonna support that. So like you don't really have to worry about that. I think that with men, you got to accept that your part of the game out there is over. Your days fishing is over and trying to catch the best largemouth bass, like them days is over. And I think that with men, as they get older and their bait changes, so now they're more desirable. Now their bait has changed. They want to go back and relive that life that they didn't get when they were in their 20s because they didn't have the same value. So it gets down to you letting it go.
Now this is what I'm asking. This is why I'm asking you this question. So many men, once they get to a different pond, much bigger pond, better fish, healthier fish, prettier fish, they start looking down on their woman.
Yeah.
The one who was there the entire time, they start looking down on her.
Yeah.
And that's where they get to that whole, well, I might have to like upgrade myself. Why don't we get some plastic surgery on you to get some project trying to upgrade and stuff? She's like, I don't want to go to no dang surgery. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do all that because she ain't changed. You did.
You have become more valuable to the fish in the pond.
There
And
you go.
You got fish in the pond trying to jump into the boat.
There you go.
Now you already got a tuna there. But you got fish in the pond that see your boat.
Mm-hmm.
They know where the boat headed. They know what's on the boat, and they're trying to get on the boat. Your job is to throw them off the boat.
That's your job. No, your job is not to have a damn boat.
The problem is that you keep thinking with the same mentality that you had of, man, listen. Man, I wish I was able to do this in my 20s. You wish you were that guy.
Oh my God!
Because I would have had this woman. I would have, what I mean? But it's over with. You already lost. You were who you were at that point. So you're gonna change your morals, because you've become a better man and you're more desirable. So now your morals with your own relationship go out the window. Like,
you ain't never have them though. Like, come on, Dre. Damn well they ain't had no. Like, if you are willing to do that to your boy, then like, listen, I get the whole thing. You want to at least, get some more pull out of your relationship. But that woman is looking at you like you the same dude. The only thing is now we able to enjoy life a little bit differently. Like, man, when me and Toya break,
Jeff Bezos, he could have just stayed with his wife, but when you got the hottest, one of the baddest women on the planet trying to talk to you, some news chick or something like that, listen, gorgeous. That kind of pressure, man, because you start, once again, you're like, I would have been able to do this in my 20s, but you were not that guy.
Right.
You've now become that guy. And like, this is why Kevin Samuels.
And no, you would have never done it in your 20s. Nobody's trying to deal with you in your 20s. You was broke.
Exactly.
You were broke. The only reason why she on you because she see the money.
Exactly. But you
the
are
same thing
your
with
money
this.
at
With
this
the,
point.
see, listen, these at-home girls, these are the real pick-me's. They're the real pick-me's.
But listen, they're sacrificing their youth and being submissive for a husband.
Right. Now I don't know I don't know if I trust that relationship still though. It's too many what ifs. You know what I mean? Because I already got you doing what the hell I want, right? Unless of course they must have a contract or something. They gotta have a contract. Gotta be. Because the way she's talking, it sounds like there's a contract there.
She just a girlfriend. She just a girlfriend, man.
It's gotta be a contract, dog. There was an agreement somewhere.
She just a girlfriend.
There was an agreement. No, I don't believe that.
Listen, she is just a girlfriend. That's it. That's it's listen, it's I think it's hard to believe, and you know, we'll kind of wrap it up here, but I think it's just hard to believe that somebody will put themselves in that position without having some type of paperwork tied to it. And this is why I said, as a father, you know, I'm not believing in that common law garbage and all of that. You're not gonna be able to just walk away from the relationship if my daughter been here, you know, helping build you up as a man. Like that's just
Right.
you know what you owe as a father. This is why I don't get into arguing about child support and situations like that, because you know the other side of child support is your kids can come live with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then that slows down your lifestyle when you can't be at your job and you got to take off from your job to go deal with your kids at school. It's not as easy as you know men would make it seem. Well, you know, I shouldn't have to pay this in child support or that in child support, bro. Those are your kids.
Not
It
only
is.
that,
It is
man.
what it is.
Not only that, man. You that is a crummy thing to do to a woman. Crummy thing to do. Just leave her with the kids, and then on top
Listen,
of that, you want to complain about the daggone money.
listen. Is look. If your kids, if you got kids living with you in the household, you know that dealing with kids is much more than money.
Mm-hmm.
And money can only solve certain situations with kids. Money
Right.
can feed them, money can clothe them, money can transport them. But see, a lot of the issues that you end up dealing with kids, you know, money can't solve. They need time. They need that time to bond with you. They need that
Yeah.
time when they get, you know, little wins at school that they can come home and show to you and be happy. And you know, everything can't be over a damn face camera, you know,
Yeah.
in a video chat. And I think that this is where we kind of forget about how important a family is.
Yeah.
You know, those little drawings that your kids do when they're young at school and they bring home to you and they say, "Hey, daddy, you know, I want to give this to you." Like
Yeah.
money can't buy that.
No.
And if
We still got all those daggone. We still got all they drawings from back in the day. Got them
right,
all.
keep them
Got
in,
them
listen,
all.
keep them in boxes. It
Mm-hmm.
means more to us than it does to them.
Yeah.
You know, because those were things that didn't cost money.
Yes.
And that's why I
Yes.
say to the men, you know, like, listen, just as much as women got to make better decisions, men do as well.
Yes,
And
we
this
do.
idea of getting into situations where you're having children,
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, if you have a baby, you're better off sitting it at home.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to sit at the crib and take care of it, like I don't understand why you bitching about the child support.
Right.
It's cheaper. You'll spend less time. I don't
Mm-mm-mm.
listen. I don't look. I don't want to hear nothing about 50-50 custodies. Too many men, you know, like that's not what they necessarily seek. So I don't want to hear that. And I get what people say. Oh, the system is designed for the women. I get it, but bro, you got to make a personal choice not to get somebody pregnant and have kids.
Yeah.
Well, the kids come from my ball sack. Then, bro, put on a goddamn condom.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't be having kids. These
This
like
okay. This the whole. I don't want to. You got to take your responsibility for your penis, guys. That's it. Got to. Got to. Got to. We know it's good. We know that. Damn it. We all damn it know. So the hell what? Okay. You got to be freaking kidding me. You having all these dang kids. Why are you doing all that?
listen, all I
Like,
can
come
say
on, man.
is that
Get that, bruh. That irritates the hell out of me when I think about that, John.
you're better off being a family. You're just
Yeah, but
better
they want
off.
to. They just want to hit. They just want to hit up whatever they want. They don't want to. They can't
Then
say no to it.
put on a condom, get some spermicidal jelly, and you got to start acting responsibly. Because here is the problem:
That's the
you
problem.
you bring the kids into this world,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not a family. You automatically have your children at a disadvantage, no
Yes, you
matter
do.
what race, color, or creed you are.
Yes, you do.
So that's
Yes,
where I
you do.
think we all, listen, Frosty Ray said you need to be scared of the herb. Yes.
Yes.
Listen, we got, if we're gonna say we lead, then we gotta lead. If we're gonna say we lead, then we gotta lead.
I mean, that's all they want us to do anyway. They want us to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility. If you haven't heard, women don't like taking responsibility. They want you to take it.
They absolutely don't.
They don't want to take responsibility.
And here's the problem. I think in a relationship, oftentimes men need to say to women, like, listen, here's the way this is gonna work. If the bad things, if the failures are my fault, then the successes are my fault as well.
Yep.
You don't get to have the successes.
You don't get to have both of them.
failures.
You don't get to have both of them. Nope. You don't. I got to get both of them. You're going to make me responsible for it. I don't want to hear nothing.
There you go. So because
I'm a mess up.
Exactly.
And when I do, I don't want to hear no noise. You didn't give me no help. You wasn't there. How many times did I ask you to support me on this, support me on that? You didn't do it. Cool. So when I win and I do upgrade your behind, you now know why. See, that's why I don't know the whole Steve Harvey thing, because it could have went that way. She could be lying. She could be lying.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. It ain't like we're going to believe Steve Harvey over her anyway. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. Even though we know women are vindictive, and that's possibly what it is, he looks worse every time. Mm-hmm. So maybe the reason why he didn't want to give her nothing, because that woman was dogging him the whole time on his neck.
Absolutely.
That's a possibility.
Absolutely.
Then he made Margie, and she said, I'll play the game. And she did.
She did. Listen. That's why I say, look, we need to bring back some family structure, and a lot of what we talk about on the show is centered around that, man. But salute to everybody that's with us in the live, G. What you want to leave the people with on our way out the door tonight?
Well, we are going to go and embark on the biker trial. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go and research that one, or rewatch that one, rerun that one. That's what I should say. We're going to rerun the biker trial where 177 bikers got off of a RICO charge. They got off that because they did not snitch on one another. And this is why I'm saying, like, they got off. So we want to watch that while we're waiting for the Young Thug trial to come up. And I want you guys to understand, this right here is exactly what I'm talking about real freaking loyalty. Now, it could be a whole lot of other things as well with this case, but they did not snitch on each other. And that right there made their case that much stronger. Right now, Young Thug looking weak as heck right now because his boys snitched on him. His own brother said, I want nothing to do with this. That's scary. That's scary for Young Thug. I don't know what he's on. I don't know what his defense they're doing. All I know is it's not looking good, and I cannot wait to see what happens. But that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to start setting that up. Hopefully, I can have that live up for you guys by Friday, and we can go ahead and discuss that. But other than that, this is Gary Lamb. You guys have a good one.
Yes, man. Shout out, man, to everybody that's with us in the live, man. Much love. It was a great live, as always, for Blunt Talk, man. We coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So salute to everybody, man. Much love to everyone that's been supporting us in the chat, man, especially as we go through the rebranding. Salute, man. Y'all have a great rest of your night. YouTube. It's your favorite uncle. It's your favorite cousin. It's your favorite brother, Drizzy Dre, the Hood Conservative. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Peace.